The moment she called me, I knew, because there was no fuel. And I picked up the call and said, if you cannot take care of me as your wife, you should at least consider the son you brought to this world. That broke me. That crushed me. That mangled me.
So was that said in Yoruba?
No, said in English.
Okay, it's better.
Said it in English.
Deeper in Yoruba. No.
In my head, a lot of things came to my mind.
There's a way
Yoruba will just, it will affect your manhood.
Hello guys, this is a must-watch video for you if you are a man. This video will open your eyes to different struggles of men. Trust me, you don't want to skip this conversation with Apostle Femi Lazarus and his friends. I welcome you to Matters Arising with Shino Oladele. Just take a seat and let's enjoy this conversation.
That language is deep.
I was crushed. Wow. I was disturbed. I was scattered. And we used to have sniper in the house. So I was like, kidding me, Shigo. So I sat alone. Door was closed. And I sat for about 10-15 minutes. I was just crying. I was crying. So I stood up. I went to the store, took out the sniper, and took a sharp knife. So I looked at the knife. I kept on going like this to the knife. It's too sharp. It's too sharp. Yes. So I said, this one, you just bleed out. I looked at the door again before they opened the door. So I put the knife down and I took the sniper. Hey, this one is better now. So I opened it. That's why I said my case is peculiar. So I'm not. I don't. Nobody should model me or say Shebeyon. No, it was peculiar because at that point, if I hadn't heard Jeremiah 29:11, I would have been dead. Wow. So if I'm going to talk to anybody, I use the scripture a lot, and I could take like 50 sermons out of it.
Can you quote it, please?
I know this.
For my thoughts towards you are thoughts of good and not of evil, thoughts of goodness and not of bad, thoughts of abundance and not of scarcity, thoughts of life and not of death. Do you get it? So I had a hope and I had respite from that scripture. So the sniper just fell from my hands and it was pouring on the floor. I just kept saying, I'm sorry. I wasn't strong in the spirit, not like I was. No, God just loved me. And guess what? He knew what would happen 5 years from now, 5 years from then. He knew. But because we are not God, we do not know. And that is why we think whatever we are having, whatever we're experiencing, whatever we're going through is out of God's hate or God's disregard or God's lackadaisical nature towards us. No. If God had made it happen before when he made it happen, I could have been dead. I give you a story of that grain in those days. The same car he prayed for, wished for, killed him less than 2 months after he bought it. Do you understand? Into the fame. He died at the prime. So whatever I need, and that's from this scripture. That's why I said you could bring out like 50 sermons. So whatever I need part-time is what God has given my family and I.
Atuma, let me ask you a question. At this point where you were suicidal, how long did it take your wife to notice?
No, she didn't notice because she wasn't.
How long did it take before she ever got to know that this happened?
Or did she even ever get to know?
No, so that was one secret I kept from her before she passed.
So she never knew.
She never knew.
See, sir, wait.
She never knew.
Go down.
And a lot of men are like that.
Go down. It's not good. It's unfair. Men are going through a lot.
Apostle, they're in the church.
See, men are going through. See, nobody cares. Men are dying. Some men are dead, walking corpses. Nobody knows. No place to, no hand to say Pele. Some men are dead, and as long as they keep providing for the family,
everywhere
as
good.
long as they are functional, everywhere good.
Everywhere good.
Some men are in their homes, they are in their houses, and they are missing home.
Apostle, I'll take a pair of jeans. I'll be searching it, be taking it out one by one. You know what I'm looking for?
20 naira.
My God, 20 naira. Not to eat, sir. Not to eat. To buy biscuit for my son the next morning.
Wow.
I'm searching for it now. Today. 20 naira. Then one day I stumbled on 250,000. What?
You stumbled on
250,000 naira.
Where?
Inside an abandoned bar where Joe kept.
In your house?
In my house.
Belongs to you. His wife, of course.
Yes, my late wife.
Sit.
I remember it was wrapped in GT Bank. It was wrapped in GT Bank bundle. It was wrapped in GT Bank bundle, and I took it. I first dropped it. I went to the sitting room. I sat for a while. Then I went back to it to see that to be sure it was still there. Then I took out of it. I had taken foodstuffs on credit. That if I have to pass, I'll leave this way. I'll leave this road, take another route so that one does not see me, buy foodstuff somewhere, just to make sure family kept on going. And I was holding. I just believed it would be well. It would be well. And this is how men roam about.
Yeah.
Even till now.
What do you see at newspaper stand in Lagos those times? It's men. They are jobless. But they needed to leave their house to form a facade that I have
they needed to get busy.
They needed to get busy.
Some men go to offices just to escape the homes they have built. It's not every man that you see. Some men are happy for traffic because it just gives them time. It just gives them time. It just gives them time to just be away from whoever or whatever it is that is waiting for them at the other side of that traffic. Some men are given the most effective, most outstanding staff of the month. Some men are given awards for being the most punctual at the office, not because they care about the job, but they can't wait to get away from home.
Wow. Because home is hell.
Because home is hell. Some men have nowhere else to go. I strongly have a burden for good men. Now, even the bad men, whatever definition that is, still need a place to find redemption.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe that the world over time has been unfair to men.
True.
And I feel that it is a culture that is being passed down from generation to generation to generation. I remember my father calling myself and my brother when we started making some money. And he was trying to tell us one or two things that you guys must know. We told him especially, Daddy, calm down. You are a good man. We will take care of you. If you want to start policing our finances now, that means you do not have confidence in the training that you have given us. You were tough, but you were good. Unlike his own father, who didn't take care of him. But we saw him take care of him despite that. And when my grandmother died, my grandfather resuscitated her without any medical training because he was scared that if this mama dies, these women will not take care of me.
Children will not look back.
So it wasn't until my mom told him that, Baba, if mama wants to go, let mama go. We will take care of you. Mama left after 3 months. Baba followed after 3 days. He was not sure. See, let me explain to you what. Let me see. We are talking about men, and I like the fact that this conversation has been transgenerational. You've talked about your father. Everybody here has talked about their father. My grandfather he had 6 boys, and I know all my uncles, tough dudes. But he will go to his garage. He was a mechanic. He was a driver. He was a man of integrity. If he made 7 naira, he will spend 6 naira. Eat good food. Follow me. Eat good food. Wear good clothes. And he will bring 1 naira home for the wife and the remaining 6 children. Follow. Don't be too quick to judge. And then the children grew up seeing their father not provide. And grandma had to work. So there was no love in the home. There was no love between the father and mother. So there was even no love between the siblings. Till date, my uncles don't see eye to eye. All 6 of them. Maybe, so it's seasonal. They rotate among themselves. So this one will be this guy's party for 4 years. And then this one will do one more thing. And then they will switch. And so they are always borrowing from clubs. And so there's no love amongst them. But this is it. So imagine how they grew up like that. And so when Mama died, and they brought Mama to my dad's house because he built a house for them in the village and he lived closest. As they were fighting over burial arrangements, they were fighting. My father just looked at my grandfather. He said to Yoruba, "Chora ye. And Toda, Wobeni Esheri.
Interpret it.
He said, can you see your life? Can you see what you've done? Can you see how you've raised us? The one that was even good to us, see how we cannot get ourselves to even give her a befitting end. Now imagine what it will be for you." We kept telling you.
That's why he went 3 days after.
No. He died that night. He died that night.
Wow.
And all the children agreed it's for the best. Because everybody was certain that the next war was going to take care of him. And if none of them did, my father would have. Because he has been. And let me tell you, my father told us, he said, this man, I owe him 63 naira in my life. And I paid him back. He collected it. He said, I took his shoe from maybe Otaibaju to Ibadan in UI. This man came from the village to come and collect the shoe. So my father will say, I owe my father nothing.
That's hurt.
And now, because we are talking generations, we are talking traits. He took it back. My father will now say, Allah kokoni baba minjeo. He only has one saving grace.
Yeah.
He said, my father only has one saving grace. And that is in the 1-bedroom apartment, 1 room that we were all in. Because they would not pay the rent, they'll kick them out. But grandpa will get another house for all 8 of them within the next 24 hours. So he doesn't pay rent. He doesn't pay rent. He will move. Him. And then he will keep posting the landlord. We'll pay in Ibadan. We'll pay. Until they kick them out. We'll get another house the following day. So until my father hacked how he was doing it. So it's always a face me, I face you. I know in every face me, I face you, there is always one room that is close to the latrine.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that one. So that's the wow. So grandpa will always go and collect the one. So it's an empty room that everybody too wants to give out. So they would rather give it out on credit.
Wow.
So the moment they kick him out of here, he will quickly go and look for the next one. So they lived through the latrines.
Wow.
So it was in that room that a friend of his now came to come and visit him. My father is still alive now. You can verify this too. He said, Babu Olu, my father was the first child of 6 boys, all boys. He said, Babolu, they talk very early in the morning. And he said, you have 6 boys. And my dad said he slept close to his dad's leg.
Yeah.
He said, he's your first son. Use him for money.
Wow.
Because that is the first son.
Yes. He said, aren't you tired of this poverty? You have 6 boys. See this one. Maybe this is your first child. Use him for money. We were talking. My grandfather sent the friend out. And then my dad heard. My grandfather did not know that my father heard this until after 47 years or so. When grandpa was doing he wants the same money that they are giving someone. My grandfather, what's the part of phone? Daddy, calm down. You only have one saving grace. You didn't take care of any child. And he said, this is the saving grace. The day Baba so came to the house and he told you to use me for money rituals. I heard how you sent him out. Wow. And for weeks, for months, my father was observing my grandfather. If anything, my dad was not. My dad was not following him anywhere.
Wow.
No, Daddy, I want to eat. You share with his younger brothers.
Wow. I think
until he truly saw
that
the cost was clear, and he said, if it is for this one thing,
wow,
because no, the poverty was too much.
Was a lot.
When they gave, for you to have an idea about how much the poverty was, when they gave birth to my dad, my grandmom could not lactate.
Wow.
They had to give my dad to his own grandmother.
Wow.
To breastfeed. It was a practice then. And then she started lactating because she had raised children. So the breast was used to such. So it was my great-grandmother that breastfed my dad. Wow. They used to, from the back of the room, pass Gary to my grandmother.
Wow.
And my grandfather never stole.
Wow.
And he didn't do rituals.
Wow.
So my father would say, for this one thing, you have a saving. So when he was about to start projecting on us, we have to tell him, no. You are not your father.
Relax, we'll take care of you.
Relax. We'll take care of you.
I think
I want to establish something.
Yeah.
And this is like an appeal to spaces where ideologies are shaped, like religious centers, media spaces. Take it easy on men. There's this part of the scripture that people misinterpret because you read things out of your own bias. A man who cannot provide for his own is worse than an infidel. That is wrong. That is not the Bible. Go read it again. I won't be the one to pray. Apostle is here. Maybe we'll do that work. That is not what that part of the Bible is saying. So you now have girls who are looking for poverty escape scheme in marriage and using that as a filter to marry. So when they marry, they put the pressure on the man. So the man is not even comfortable enough to share his failures with his wife that you are joined with. So you can trust a man with your body. You can't trust him with your money. You don't have a marriage. You have a poverty alleviation scheme.
And that's the reason why I want to request for something very important, to possibly close this on this high note so that we can have a part 2.
Sure. I mean,
and I know it's been a lot to get. I don't know when next I can have the 4 of you this opportunity in one place like this.
It's always a great pleasure. It's always a great pleasure. There's so much to talk about. So I noticed that, as we talk, I remember a lot. I'm just remembering different
I think we need to begin to model homes where we teach, we're very intentional with what the outcome we want to see.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know, but I see that a lot can change when the foundation of every home
Yes.
is well situated.
Yes.
You know,
liken it to the house.
With
Foundation.
Christ being the center.
Yeah.
You know, because even in church, what are the kind of girls we're raising? You know, what are the kind of, you know, because I've seen so much lately that you begin to ask yourself, where did we go wrong?
Who's raising these people?
Where did we go wrong? So church, I don't know. I'm not as old as you think I am. Pardon my you know. But growing up, you know, I have a Catholic background.
Oh, same here.
You know,
Are you sure your fathers don't know each other?
My grandfather was
no, my dad.
My father's still attends Catholic.
Okay,
Wow.
my dad was, you know, when that wave of deeper life came, that did something for me also. You know, because that was where the foundation of Christianity. You know, it's not known that. I mean, we had our TV locked inside somewhere. You know, whether you like it or not, there are things that are non-negotiable when we begin to teach our children. There's so many things they learn today from the internet more than what they learn from the house. So how long do we expose them? When are we supposed to expose them? And all of it, these are conversations we should begin to hold. You know, do we actually spend time with our children? It's not just for men. It's not just about providing. Be present.
Yeah.
We have to deliberately and intentionally be there. It doesn't matter. It's not about money. So we should begin to model what we want to see. And again, for me, whether newlywed or what have you, what's the kind of home you want to see? For some people, finance is a no-go area.
Yeah.
That's one of the core of a marriage. Some call it your money is my money.
Your money is our money, but
My money is,
So your 20 naira is your money,
but
your 220,000 naira is my money, but your 20 naira is our money.
you know, I think these are some, I don't know what we teach in marriage counseling anymore.
Sorry, from a professional angle, and this is not a batch on churches. I've seen different curriculums. What we have, because I'm a Christian, so I don't know what other religion practice, but I tell young people who wants to get married, church counseling is not marriage counseling, it's marriage advice.
Yeah, I strongly
You got to go to professional counselors.
Only very few.
You know what we do. You know what we do.
Actually,
I won't agree with that.
I'm saying this also because what we did in Light Nation, and I'm not just trying to blow that trumpet, is that we got anyone that will stand in that place become professionally trained.
Yes.
Now that's balance. That's balance.
You can't counsel people just because you're a pastor's wife.
Exactly.
Only the people who get involved in marriage issues are professional counselors and therapists.
I think that's
You know,
where,
so that's what we do.
you know, that's where we should start from.
Yeah.
You know, because most of the things we deal with today in marriages should have been addressed.
A couple was supposed to do a pre-wedding show with me. And I mean, they're friends. And, you know, they came to my... And I can be naughty with intending couples because I feel that there are conversations that 2 weeks to your wedding you should have had. And then it was a very sexual conversation. And because the bride was my friend from childhood, so these were bands that we used to have growing up and like, oh, I'm going to see the man you're going to marry. And then eventually they came around and then we were talking and they were telling me that all through their counseling sessions, which they were done, the issue of sex was never raised.
Whoa.
Never raised.
Wow.
NEVER, never raised. And I'm like, no, shit. And why? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So I strongly believe that, look, there have been a beneficiary of different sets of people counsel me maritally, you know, elders that have spoken to advice. And we've had elders in the church setting that, you know, really gave us solid counsel. And we've also had people that, you know, totally botched the job. And so I feel that individuals themselves must understand, firstly, be true to yourself and know what you lack.
Mm-hmm.
And then be open to receiving it from those that evidently have it.
Yeah.
Now, there are older couples who might not be trained counselors, but have wisdom.
Yeah.
Deep. Now, if you are talking about marriage to somebody, they should listen because this white things don't die. Do you understand? So, and it is not every older person too who has a story to tell that actually has wisdom to share because foolish people grow old too.
Yeah.
I think some of the things we don't do in church, you know, is, like I said, I had a Catholic background. In Catholic church, if you're going to get married, you have someone you look up to as your sponsor.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
That person guides you your early days. You know, because marriage, you just have two wonderful people coming together.
Two different people.
Yeah, I use the word, you know, coming together. So there are teething periods in your life.
Yeah.
There are people you look up to. So when there are issues, they are the first because you're sold out to them because one, they are your godparents.
Yeah.
Two, they've experienced, and I don't know how old, but I mean, they would have been 10 years plus in marriage. So they've seen it black and blue.
Wow.
So they can hold you.
They can hold you. I was speaking to a couple this afternoon. Sorry, sir. I was speaking to a couple this afternoon and I was asking them, I said, you guys are planning on getting married next year? They said, yes, sir. I said, so who guides you in your marriage? Who guides you in your relationship? Who's the one person that you both listen to? Not that you have somebody you listen to. You have some, because when this person is saying jump and this other person is saying duck, then we have issues. Is there one person or a set of people that you both agree that these guys are unbiased, they have wisdom, they are good, and they are a model for marriage that you both are subjected to or submitted to? And they said no. I said, it's Yoruba. Apostle, forgive me. I said, I said, both of you are unwise.
You know.
Who's raising these kids? Where are they getting these models from? And I feel that, look, my mentor used to tell me something. He said, look, my father died young. So I didn't have a template of what a real father should look like. So I inserted myself into good families.
Observe.
So I can observe. So I learned from this. So I now understood, oh, that was what you were doing when you were close to my dad.
Okay.
He said, so I've learned from different fathers because I don't ever want to have an excuse to say my dad died. That's why I'm a terrible father.
We interject you right there. Talking about professional counseling, we've established that wisdom is needed. This is the reason why I said professional counseling is important, because when you go through counseling professionally, one of the things it will reveal to you is marriage that shouldn't have happened. A lot of marriages.
No, there's no bias.
Yeah.
Because there's no bias.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Emphasis on religious bias.
yeah, because there are some marriages that have no business
Happening.
happening in the first
And
place.
mind you, they might be good people, but there are times good people are not good for each other.
Yeah. I
So on
mean,
a lighter note, and just to take it up from where you just stopped now, we got counseled in Calvary Bible Church, Pastor William Emmanuel. That is one church that I started seeing for the first time in my life that take marriage like it's big deal.
Yeah.
So the first thing they did to me was to say, I'm a pastor, so pastor,
Your wife is a pastor's
yes, the
child.
pastor's wife needs to see you first. What is your plan for her? My plan. How to get married now to her now? You want to get married to her? Okay, what have you seen? Has God spoken to you? So I remember what she told me. I'm like, you know how God speaks to everybody like this in this church? What do you mean has God spoken to you? You know? Then you now go and face a marriage panel of about 18 people.
wow.
18 in the pastor's conference room. Every man, every couple will pass through that room. You will sit down. They will call you in tongues. Then they'll put two of you together. Ask you different questions. From that place, there's been couple they told, we don't think you can get married. They wouldn't register you.
The advice to withdraw.
You'll be so
Advice to withdraw.
something like that. You'll be so shocked that you want to ask them why, how. Now, when you eventually start the class, it's divided into 10 courses in each set. When you finish the first 10, physical, rigorous, not online, you must attend. Then they will now ask you, go and think about it. They'll give you 3 weeks. Go and think about it. Go and talk about it. Read your notes. I still have my notes. My marriage counseling notes, I still have it till date. My handwriting. They're teaching you are not jotting. How? So you write exam, you go and read books, you do book summary. Maybe like 4 times in each of those sets. Now what that does to you, it sticks. You never forget.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you love couples, you will now give them your notes to go and read and come back. Guess what? During the 3 weeks break, we've seen couples that said, indeed, we are not
Best.
married.
That's the goal of counseling. That's the goal of counseling.
That's true.
Yeah.
We cannot
It
do
shouldn't
this.
have happened.
And
Let's go our
the
separate
goals are
ways.
separate.